Our planet teems with life. From the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, a breathtaking array of creatures share our Earth. Imagine a world without the trumpeting call of elephants echoing across the savannah. Picture a silent forest, devoid of the chatter of monkeys or the songs of birds. This is a world without wonder, a world stripped of its natural heritage. We, as humans, depend on this intricate web of life. Each species plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. The loss of even a single species can have far-reaching consequences. It disrupts the harmony of nature, impacting everything from the air we breathe to the food we eat. Yet, today, we face an unprecedented crisis. Extinction rates are accelerating at an alarming pace, driven by human activities that encroach upon the natural world. Rhinos, with their ancient lineage and imposing presence, stand as guardians of this balance. These magnificent creatures have roamed the earth for millions of years. They are a symbol of resilience and power. Jaguars, the elusive phantoms of the Amazon, play a crucial role as apex predators. Their presence regulates prey populations, ensuring the health of the entire rainforest ecosystem. But both rhinos and jaguars are now teetering on the brink of extinction. Their populations have been decimated by habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict, and the relentless scourge of poaching. The demand for rhino horn, driven by unfounded beliefs and fueled by illegal wildlife trade, has pushed these gentle giants to the edge. Jaguars too face threats from deforestation. The destruction of the Amazon rainforest robs them of their home and brings them into conflict with humans. We are at a crossroads. The fate of rhinos, jaguars, and countless other species hangs in the balance. The time for action is now. We must act decisively to protect these magnificent creatures and preserve the biodiversity that enriches our planet. Conservation is not just the responsibility of scientists and conservationists. It's a shared responsibility, one that demands the attention and action of every individual. Through education, awareness, and collective effort, we can turn the tide. We can ensure that future generations inherit a world where rhinos still thunder across the plains and jaguars reign supreme in the heart of the Amazon. Rhinos, with their prehistoric charm and immense size, are truly awe-inspiring creatures. They are symbols of a bygone era, a time when megafauna roamed the earth freely. 5 distinct species of rhino grace our planet: the white, black, Indian, Javan, and Sumatran rhino. Each species plays a unique role in its ecosystem, shaping the landscape and influencing the delicate balance of nature. Sadly, these gentle giants are facing an unprecedented crisis. Their populations have dwindled dramatically over the past century, pushing some species perilously close to extinction. The primary driver of this decline is the insatiable demand for rhino horn, a substance that holds no real medicinal value but is highly prized in some cultures. The illegal wildlife trade, fueled by greed and fueled by misinformation, has decimated rhino populations across Africa and Asia. Poachers, driven by poverty and lured by the promise of quick riches, target these magnificent creatures, leaving a trail of carnage in their wake. The methods employed by these criminals are often brutal and inhumane, leaving rhinos to suffer agonizing deaths. Poaching poses the most immediate and severe threat to rhino survival. Organized criminal networks operate with ruthless efficiency, exploiting loopholes in law enforcement and utilizing sophisticated techniques to track and kill rhinos. The demand for rhino horn is particularly high in countries like Vietnam and China, where it is falsely believed to possess medicinal properties, including the ability to cure cancer. Despite the lack of scientific evidence to support these claims, the black market for rhino horn continues to thrive, driving up prices and incentivizing poaching. The consequences of this illegal trade are devastating. Every rhino killed represents a loss of genetic diversity, pushing these already vulnerable species closer to the brink. The emotional toll on rangers and conservationists who dedicate their lives to protecting rhinos is immeasurable. They witness firsthand the brutality of poaching and the heartbreaking consequences of this senseless crime. Yet, they remain steadfast in their resolve to safeguard these magnificent creatures for future generations. Habitat loss and fragmentation compound the challenges facing rhino populations. As human populations expand and development encroaches upon natural habitats, rhinos find themselves confined to smaller and more isolated areas. This fragmentation limits their ability to roam freely, find mates, and access essential resources. Moreover, habitat loss often forces rhinos into closer proximity to human settlements, increasing the risk of human-wildlife conflict. Farmers may view rhinos as pests that damage crops or pose a threat to livestock, leading to retaliatory killings. This conflict further exacerbates the challenges of rhino conservation, highlighting the need for solutions that address both human and wildlife needs. The conversion of natural habitats for agriculture, mining, and infrastructure development is a significant driver of habitat loss. Logging and deforestation, often illegal and unsustainable, destroy vast tracts of forest, leaving rhinos with nowhere to go. As human populations grow and expand into areas once inhabited solely by wildlife, conflicts between humans and animals are becoming increasingly common. For rhinos, this conflict often arises from competition for space and resources. Farmers may view rhinos as a threat to their crops and livestock, leading to retaliatory killings. Additionally, the presence of humans in close proximity to rhino habitats can disrupt their natural behaviors, such as breeding and foraging. The noise and activity associated with human settlements can stress rhinos, making them more susceptible to disease and reducing their reproductive rates. Conservation efforts must address this human-wildlife conflict by finding ways to mitigate the negative impacts of human activities on rhino populations. This includes promoting sustainable land use practices, establishing buffer zones around protected areas, and educating local communities about the importance of rhino conservation. The plight of rhinos is a stark reminder of the fragility of our planet's biodiversity and the urgent need for conservation action. If we fail to protect these magnificent creatures, we risk losing them forever, along with the ecological, cultural, and economic value they represent. A world without rhinos would be a lesser world, a world devoid of their grandeur and ecological significance. It would be a world where future generations would only know of these incredible animals through stories and photographs. We must act now to ensure that this bleak future never becomes a reality. The fight to save rhinos is a relentless battle, waged on multiple fronts by dedicated individuals and organizations worldwide. At the forefront of this struggle are the brave men and women who risk their lives daily to protect these magnificent creatures from the scourge of poaching. Anti-poaching units, often working in dangerous and challenging conditions, patrol rhino habitats, tracking poachers, removing snares, and apprehending criminals. These guardians of the wild are highly trained professionals, skilled in tracking, surveillance, and combat. They understand the intricacies of rhino behavior and the tactics employed by poachers, using their knowledge to stay one step ahead. Their work is not without its risks. Poachers are often armed and dangerous, willing to use deadly force to protect their illicit trade. Yet despite the constant threat, these courageous individuals remain steadfast in their commitment to safeguarding rhinos. They are driven by a deep love for these animals and a profound understanding of their ecological importance. Their dedication and sacrifice are an inspiration to us all. In addition to anti-poaching efforts, conservationists are working to establish and maintain safe havens for rhinos, where they can live and breed free from the threat of poaching. These protected areas, often located in national parks and wildlife reserves, provide rhinos with the space, resources, and security they need to thrive. Within these sanctuaries, rhinos are closely monitored by scientists and wildlife managers who track their movements, monitor their health, and implement breeding programs to ensure genetic diversity. Some sanctuaries even employ armed guards and sophisticated surveillance systems to deter poaching attempts. However, the establishment and maintenance of these safe havens require significant financial resources and ongoing support. Conservation organizations rely heavily on donations, grants, and public funding to carry out their vital work. Recognizing that conservation efforts are most effective when they involve local communities, Many organizations are working to engage people living near rhino habitats in conservation initiatives. These community-based conservation programs aim to empower local communities to become stewards of their natural heritage, providing them with economic incentives to protect rhinos and their habitats. For example, some programs offer employment opportunities in tourism or conservation-related activities, providing alternative livelihoods to poaching or other unsustainable practices. Others focus on educating communities about the importance of rhino conservation, fostering a sense of pride and ownership over these animals. By involving local communities in conservation efforts, these programs not only help protect rhinos, but also contribute to the social and economic well-being of the people who share their land. Saving rhinos from extinction is not just the responsibility of a few dedicated individuals or organizations, it is a global responsibility that requires collective action from governments, businesses, and individuals worldwide. Governments play a crucial role in enacting and enforcing laws that prohibit poaching and the illegal wildlife trade. They can also support conservation efforts by providing funding, resources, and technical assistance to protected areas and conservation organizations. Businesses can contribute by ensuring that their supply chains are free from illegal wildlife products and by supporting sustainable practices that benefit both people and wildlife. Individuals can make a difference by supporting reputable conservation organizations, spreading awareness about the plight of rhinos, and making conscious choices as consumers to avoid products that contribute to the illegal wildlife trade. By working together, we can create a future where rhinos once again roam free, their thunderous footsteps echoing across the savannas and forests for generations to come. Deep within the Amazon rainforest, a creature of power and grace reigns supreme. The jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas, moves with an almost mythical presence. Their golden coats provide perfect camouflage amongst the leaves and vines. Jaguars are solitary hunters, their movements silent and deliberate. These elusive predators are perfectly adapted to their environment. They are powerful swimmers, often using rivers and streams as hunting grounds. Their bite is among the strongest of all big cats. The jaguar's roar echoes through the forest, a testament to their strength. However, these phantoms face growing threats driven by human activities. As the rainforest shrinks, jaguars are pushed closer to humans, leading to conflict. The illegal wildlife trade claims many jaguars each year. Jaguars, as apex predators, play a critical role in maintaining the delicate balance of the Amazon rainforest ecosystem. Their presence helps to regulate prey populations, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant and disrupting the intricate web of life. By keeping herbivore numbers in check, jaguars indirectly contribute to the health of the forest itself. Their hunting behavior also influences the distribution and behavior of their prey, shaping the structure of the forest. For example, by preying on large herbivores like tapirs and peccaries, jaguars prevent these animals from overgrazing in certain areas, allowing the forest to regenerate. Their presence, therefore, contributes to the overall health and resilience of the Amazon rainforest. The loss of jaguars would have cascading effects throughout the ecosystem, potentially leading to an increase in certain prey species, which could then overgraze and damage the forest. This could have far-reaching consequences for the Amazon's ability to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, impacting global climate change. The most pressing threat facing jaguars today is the rapid deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. Driven by agricultural expansion, mining, and logging, vast tracts of forest are being cleared every day, leaving jaguars with less habitat to roam, hunt, and raise their young. This loss of habitat not only reduces the overall number of jaguars that can survive, but also fragments their populations. As forests are carved up into smaller and more isolated patches, jaguars are forced into closer contact with human settlements, increasing the likelihood of conflict. Farmers may view jaguars as a threat to their livestock and resort to killing them, even though jaguars typically prefer wild prey. This human-wildlife conflict is a major challenge for jaguar conservation. The loss of the Amazon rainforest also has devastating consequences for the countless other plant and animal species that call it home. The Amazon is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, and its destruction represents a tragic loss for global biodiversity. It is imperative that we act now to protect this irreplaceable ecosystem. Jaguars face threats like habitat loss, poaching, and the illegal pet trade. Poaching for fur has decreased, but body parts are still used in traditional medicine. The illegal pet trade captures cubs, often leading to their death. Disease from domestic animals also threatens jaguars. Conservation must tackle these threats to ensure their survival. Despite the challenges they face, there is hope for the future of jaguars in the Amazon. Dedicated individuals and organizations are working tirelessly to protect these magnificent cats and their rainforest home. Conservation efforts focus on a multi-pronged approach that includes protecting and restoring habitat, reducing human-wildlife conflict, and engaging local communities in conservation. Protected areas such as national parks and wildlife reserves play a vital role in safeguarding jaguar populations by providing them with safe havens where they can live and breed free from many of the threats they face elsewhere. However, these protected areas must be effectively managed and patrolled to prevent poaching and other illegal activities. Community-based conservation programs are also crucial for ensuring the long-term survival of jaguars. By working with local communities to develop sustainable livelihoods that are compatible with jaguar conservation, these programs aim to reduce human-wildlife conflict and foster a sense of stewardship over these incredible animals. The future of jaguars, and indeed the entire Amazon rainforest, depends on our collective efforts to protect them. While the challenges facing jaguars in the Amazon are daunting, a tapestry of hope is being woven by dedicated individuals and organizations. From the dense jungles to the corridors of power, a multifaceted approach to conservation is taking shape. This intricate tapestry is woven together by threads of scientific research, community engagement, and international collaboration. Scientists play a crucial role in understanding jaguars, tracking their movements, and studying their behavior. Using technology like camera traps and GPS collars, researchers gain insights into these elusive cats. Conservation organizations work on the ground, establishing protected areas and combating poaching. Their efforts are essential for translating scientific knowledge into tangible action. Protecting jaguars means safeguarding their rainforest home. The Amazon faces deforestation from agriculture, mining, and development. Preserving this ecosystem is vital for jaguars and countless species. National parks and reserves are crucial for jaguar protection. These areas offer safe havens for jaguars to thrive. Effective management prevents poaching and illegal activities. Wildlife corridors connect fragmented forests, aiding movement. These corridors enhance genetic diversity and population resilience. Conservation efforts that ignore the needs and perspectives of local communities are unlikely to succeed in the long run. Recognizing this, many organizations working to save jaguars are prioritizing community-based conservation initiatives that empower local people to become stewards of their natural heritage. These initiatives take many forms, from providing training and resources for sustainable agriculture and forestry practices, to developing ecotourism ventures that provide alternative livelihoods to those that depend on exploiting natural resources. By involving local communities in conservation efforts, these programs not only help to protect jaguars and their habitat, but also contribute to the social and economic well-being of the people who share their land. Education and awareness campaigns are also essential for fostering a sense of pride and ownership over jaguars and their rainforest home. By teaching local communities about the importance of jaguars in the ecosystem and the threats they face, conservationists hope to inspire a new generation of conservationists who will be instrumental in securing a future for these magnificent cats. The future of jaguars in the Amazon rainforest hangs in the balance. The challenges they face are significant, but the dedication and ingenuity of those working to protect them offer hope. By embracing a holistic approach that encompasses scientific research, habitat protection, community engagement, and international collaboration, we can create a future where jaguars once again thrive in the heart of the Amazon. However, success will require a sustained commitment from governments, businesses, and individuals alike. Governments must enact and enforce strong environmental laws, combat deforestation, and support sustainable development initiatives. Businesses must adopt responsible practices that minimize their impact on the environment and contribute to conservation efforts. Individuals can play their part by supporting reputable conservation organizations, making informed choices as consumers, and spreading awareness about the plight of jaguars and the importance of protecting their rainforest home. The fate of jaguars, and indeed the future of the Amazon rainforest itself, rests in our hands. The stories of the rhino and the jaguar are urgent calls to action. They remind us of the interconnectedness of all life and our impact on the natural world. From the African savanna to the Amazon rainforest, extinction echoes a stark warning. We are at a crossroads. Our choices today determine the fate of these creatures. The time for complacency is gone. We must embrace proactive conservation and collective global action. This is an opportunity to create a future where people and wildlife thrive. Each of us has a role to play. We can no longer be bystanders in the fight for our planet's future. Support conservation organizations, reduce our ecological footprint, and advocate for policies that protect wildlife. Our actions, multiplied by millions, can create a ripple effect of change. The legacy we leave behind will be determined by our choices today. Will we stand idly by as the natural world crumbles, or rise to become stewards of a thriving planet? The answer lies within each of us. Let us choose a legacy of hope and resilience.